to show you how I cheat and make apple and cherry pie for the holidays. Really cheating this year. We were going to have a big family gathering, but with the whole COVID thing, we decided against that. So, all right. So what I did was, because my wrists are still not good enough to do the homemade pie crust yet, so I went and got 2 boxes of the Pillsbury pie crust. Me personally, I don't like the bottom of my pie really thick, so I always just roll it out a little bit more. And that is to everyone else's preference. Some people like it real thick. I do not. I want to taste my pie filling, what's in the pie, not just pie crust. All right, so this one looks pretty good. Not too thick, not too thin. All right. So this year, we are going to go to my son's and my daughter-in-law's. We're going to stop by and see my mother for a quick minute. And then we will be heading to my son's house that we have not got to see him or the kids during this whole pandemic. And for those of you that don't know, my one grandson is in remission from leukemia. So we've had to be very, very careful with Elliot. So this is the first time Nana is going to be able to see all her grandkids. Well, not all, half. The other half are in North Carolina. So with that being said, also finding out this year that my son, my middle son, Joseph, is now a diabetic. It does run in the family, guys. So we used to have to do this with his granddad way back when. No sugar added. So everything in here is basically the same as if I cooked the apple right from the bag. And there is no added sugar to this. So this is good for diabetics. And he loves apple pie like cameraman. Maybe that's why they get along so well. So this year we'll be spending time with Joseph and his wife Tiffany and our grandkids and my other youngest son Brian. Because as you can see, there's not a lot of the gel part of it, the filling part of it. So I tried, and I think we had to do this a couple times for you for a few years when your sugar was kind of getting out of whack. So what I'm doing now is this. Yes, it has cinnamon in it because it's no added sugar, but Mom always adds more cinnamon, diabetic or not. Cinnamon helps neutralize your sugar. It keeps them at a normal level. I don't have to worry about Joseph eating the cherry pie because, like I said, this is his favorite pie, is the apple pie. I believe Brian's is cherry, but whatever. All right. I don't know if cameraman can zoom in to where you can actually see the cinnamon in here already. Cinnamon is a natural sweetener, like nutmeg, but it also, for diabetics, it also helps control your sugar levels. So Mom here is just going to sprinkle a little bit more on here because all my kids love cinnamon. All right, I'm going to mix it up a bit. And then we're going to have us a heaping apple pie. There. This way it's kind of mixed in there a little bit. But as you can see, there's not a lot of juice. So as this cooks, the cinnamon is also going to bring out some of the juice from the apple. Natural juice. It's not all that high sugar. All right, here we go. Apple pie galore this year, y'all. Cameraman loves it when BB makes it for him. He will have it gone in 2 days. All right, let's kind of get this spread out. Oh, the reason I'm using 3 cans is because I do not have a, or today's what they considered a traditional 9-inch pie plate. This one here, I want to say it's 10.5 by an inch and a half deep. And back in the day, when I had all my youngins at home, and we had big family gatherings, a 9-inch pie just wasn't gonna cut it. And back then, I used to make everything, I mean everything, from scratch. Up to 8 pies just for one holiday. We would have pecan pies, apple pies, cherry pies, peach pies, and I am also going to be getting ready to do a sweet potato casserole. Another thing my kids love, although Joseph can't have it. So, and my mom's favorite pie, and I couldn't wait for Christmas, was mincemeat pie. She loves that stuff, but because it's got so much sugar in it, she can't have it anymore because she's a diabetic. So what we're going to do is we're going to get this booger. And there is some cinnamon on the counter, but that's okay. It's the top pie crust. Not a big thing. All right. So I want this to kind of set out just a moment. Now I'm going to take an egg, crack the egg. All I want is the egg white. I do not want the yolk. And I got it anyway. Kakarama. Oh well, not that much. It'll be okay. And then in the morning when I get up, I will be cooking our complete Christmas dinner and taking it to my son and his family. So BB is going to be quite busy. A little bit of that's not gonna hurt. All right, we're gonna mix, mix, mix. All right, good enough. All right, so let me roll this out. By George, there we go. I love baking. I went to school for it. But at the time, I did not realize how demanding it was going to be with still having 2 very young boys at home and not in school at the time. All right. Listen here, you're in my way. Alright. BB is going to fold this in half. I'm going to place it like so. Let's break out that New York Giants new knife. That bit BB. Crazy damn knife. Alright. Now I am just going to trace out a heart. Like so. My kids love it when I do that. All right. So then what you do is you place this halfway in the middle. There we go. And now, since my little thingy is not quite, then you can manipulate it. Just don't pull it hard. Let it work for you. All right, so BB is gonna do this. There you are. Break up them bristles because they don't get used a lot these days. All right. And what I'm only thing I'm doing with this is just putting the egg white on it so it will seal when I go to push it down. Sorry about this video being a little lengthy, guys, but you know, honestly, there's a lot of people out there that don't really know how to do this, even like this. And trust me. Oh, ding ding goes the bell. All right. All right, so now all you do is you're gonna just go down, you're gonna pinch it. Just push it down. Okay, now BB's gonna take that same New York Giants knife. I always start with the handle and just glide it across. Now, if I was making this from scratch, I would take the rest of this dough and then make cinnamon roll-up cookies. Cinnamon and sugar. All right, so that's that. Again, I'm just gonna retap it so everything seals, because now that it's cut, don't worry about it if it smushes on the ends, because as soon as you cut it, it's gonna come right out. All right, now I'm gonna make some little breathing holes. Everyone says I go overboard with it. But you know what? At least I don't have a flipping oven to clean every time I do that. I'm going to show you another trick so you don't have an oven to clean every time you do that. All right, so we're going to brush this on. And now normally, and you'll see me do it with the cherry pie, I would normally sprinkle sugar on top, pure sugar on top. It crystallizes when it bakes with the egg whites. Makes it, one, it makes it look pretty, and two, it tastes really good. All right, so with this one, we're gonna do this. And then what I'm gonna do over here, I'm gonna lay this heart next to this one, because it's gonna brown as well. All right, so this one is done. It's a heavy damn pie. All right. Okay, now we're gonna do the cherry pie. Basically the same idea, same concept. I don't think cameraman's ever had a cherry pie, am I correct? From him being from up north, he's never had a cherry pie. Oh boy. All right, this, just spread her around. All right. As you can see, one has gotten way more juices to it than the other. Goodbye. All right, here we go again. Sometimes I would do lattice pie crust, but I'm not doing it this year. We're just gonna make it look about as old-fashioned as we possibly can this year. Nothing too fancy. I'm just grateful that our family has made it through another crazy year. Well, parts of our family has. All right, let's flip you over. All right. Let's do it again. Let's see if I can get my heart a little bit better this time. You know what? I should have made a Christmas tree. I didn't think about that until just now. Well, too late for that. I'm not putting it back together to do it all over again. All right, here we go. Back with the egg. Just do it this way. If you get a little bit in the pie filling, it's not gonna hurt it. All right, so that one's done. So you're gonna pick it up like so. You're gonna try to get it in the middle as best as you can. Perfect. Another reason I do it like this is because this way, or cutting out a Christmas tree, you can do that also with cookie cutters. All right, like when we had it flat, you can take the cookie cutter, put your design in the middle, cut it out, and then gently roll it over. Or have it rolled over and then use half of the cookie cutter, and then that will make your design as well. I think one time the kids used reindeer, or snowman. Yeah, whatever you want. Just gotta get a little creative in the kitchen sometimes, everybody. All right, here we go. Voila. Like I said, don't worry about it if you smush it flat into on the sides of the pie pan. It's not gonna matter, and it's still gonna remove very easily after it's cooked and you cut it. All right, so with this one I am gonna put some sugar on it because, like I said, I know my one son won't eat it. So, and desserts are a very big part of our tradition and our family. Like from their father, my children's father's side, German and Irish and French as well. Desserts are a really big thing in our Christmas traditions. Same with my grandparents, my mom's side of the family, my dad's side, just desserts. That, you know, you always try to make plenty of desserts. One year I'm going to have to try to make my Yule log again. God, I haven't done that in forever and a day. All right, so come here, Mr. Egg. Here we go. And I'm going to put you on this side. And we're gonna sprinkle. Went a little crazy right there, but that's okay. Now, here's a little trick, ladies and gentlemen out there that do the cooking. If you put your pies on a cookie sheet or take the oven rack out, line it with aluminum foil. This way, when the pie starts to overflow, which they do, that's what pies are meant to do, you're just cleaning up that area. You're not having to deal with a whole cleaning of the oven. We all hate that. All right, guys. Now these will have to go in the oven, and they have to bake anywhere from an hour to an hour and a half. Depending on your elevation and how the temperature of the house is. So here we go. All right, the time is 10 after 12, so we shall check it about 1:45 and see how it's looking. All right, we're gonna drain the sweet potatoes. Ooh, okay, that's done. And this is 3 really big sweet potatoes from Fancy Fruit. Alright, that's that. Now, I like to mash them. Some people don't. I do. Oh, they smell so good. So all we're going to do here is just mash these bad boys up by hand. You can also use electric potato masher, mixer. It's all about your preference. It's one good thing about sweet potatoes. Once they cook, they're nice and tender. All right. This shit's still hot. All right, I think they're mashed up pretty good because I have to mash a little bit more when I put everything in it. Get over yonder. All right. Whew, that's a cooking hot. I don't have to worry about cameraman eating those right away. They're good and hot. All right, so I'm going to use light brown sugar. If BB can get the dang thing opened here. Now, normally I would put nutmeg in this, but because I don't have my nutmeg, we're going to skip that part this time. It'll still taste really good. And sometimes I get a little crazy with nutmeg. All right, so here we go. We're going to attempt to do without BB making a hot flipping mess. Some people also use honey or molasses to do this instead of the sugar. Again, it's all your preference. I don't even come back out at me. This won't work. Just push it down. I need it good and packed. Anytime you use brown sugar, make sure you pack it. Otherwise, you're just probably getting about losing a quarter of what you need. Baking's all about being messy and cleaning up as you go. All right. Well, that's cooking in general, really. All right, here. All right, so we're gonna put this in here. As you can see, I don't know if cameraman can show you, but there is still like a little bit of water in there, and that's okay. All right, we're gonna do this. This is where BB goes crazy. So about a palm full of cinnamon we're gonna throw in there. We're not leaving that, just that tiny itty bit. Because once this goes in the oven, that water is going to evaporate out of there because there's no lid that goes onto this. That's why I'm not stressing the whole, oh my God, there's water. No, I don't care. So now what we're going to do is just mix all of this together, and it's going to turn a brown because of the brown sugar and the cinnamon. Ooh, smells good already. Some people also do like a Dutch topping to this. BB is going to be putting marshmallows onto hers. My arms are getting a workout today. I'll be getting rid of all that flab. Okay. Stay there, don't move. Thank you very much. Now, BB and me. Perfecto. Okay. So, with this as well, we're going to use less than 1/4 cup of butter. What you do with this, and BB's got to figure out what freaking container I'm going to put this in. Here, let me put this over here so y'all can see what the heck I'm doing here. Sorry about that. I'm not trying to be inconsiderate. You're just gonna, this little bit. Normally, y'all, I would use real butter. But because BB thought she still had real butter in the refrigerator and used it and forgot, we're using Country Crock, which is just as good. All right, so we're gonna just cut this up. All right. Oh. Well, let's bring out the big boy. Ready or not, here we go. You know, I think I could actually make 2 out of this. Dang. And those 3 sweet potatoes were humongous. Humongous. Mash her up good. Let me tell you a little story. I never had made this before until when I got married the first time. And my sister-in-law was making it. Whew. Well, I think it was her anyway. Anyhow, one of them was making it while they were at the house. We were waiting for everyone else to get there early in the morning. And I seen them put cloves, grind up the cloves and put in there. BB hates cloves. I hate that spice with a passion. I know it's good, so don't go hating, okay? We all have our likes and dislikes. Well, I was bound and determined I was not eating that at all. So, finally, towards the end of the day, someone's like, "Bonnie, did you have that sweet potato?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm good." Because every time I would go to the dentist, they would do something to my teeth. I could always taste that crap. Oh, I hated it. It was like going to the dentist. Well, I finally took a bite. I was like, "Oh, it's not so bad." Someone's like, "You didn't want it because it has cloves." I said, "Damn straight, because you know I don't like cloves." But it actually was good that way. Some people put cloves in it. They put nutmeg in it. I always put if I have the nutmeg, I'll put the nutmeg in. With the nutmeg, only put like a teaspoon in there because nutmeg can be very overwhelming. And I have a heavy hand, so this is what I'm going to do. All right, so this is ready. Once we take the pies out, this lovely little monster is going to go in. We're going to bake it. BB's also going to throw it just a little bit more of the brown sugar on the top. There we go. Being at my house around the holidays, you get fat. All right, so we're just gonna let that go. And then, like I said, once the pies come out, this is gonna go in. This is gonna cook for about 30 to 45 minutes. And then the marshmallow's gonna go on top. All right, so stay tuned, everybody. All right, guys. It's been an hour and 25 minutes for the pies. And they are done. So BB is going to put this one right here. That's the cherry pie. This is the apple. Wish y'all could be here. Oh, this is what I wanted to show you. Right here is where it lost some of its juice. So better in the pan on the cookie sheet than in the bottom of your oven. All right. Here we go. At least 30 to 45 minutes for this. Cook them up. All right, so what I'm gonna do, because this has got to go on a cooling rack, okay, because I want this to stop cooking. There we are. I think I got it. All right, so BB's just gonna take it over here. And then there she is. And see the little heart? Perfect. Now the cherry pie didn't make quite as mess. But that crust is golden brown, sugary. And we're just going to let these guys cool naturally. Here we go. Voila! One more to go. All right, guys, we're gonna take it out. All right, I'm gonna close the oven door so we don't lose our heat here. All right, as you can see, it's starting to brown at the top. So this is about what you want it to look like. It's still gonna be moist because you got the butter in there, but it's drying up. You don't want it too dry. Also, at this point in time, if you guys wanted walnuts, pecans, or pecans, however you want to pronounce that, this would be the time that you would put it in, okay? So I'm just gonna kind of like smooth it over a little bit. And then we're gonna put the marshmallows in here, and then in about 10 minutes, 5 or 10 minutes, we'll take another sneak peek. And then all the marshmallows should be melted in. All right, so here we go. Okay, gotta save some marshmallows for mine and cameraman's hot cocoa. All right. Maybe that was just a tad bit retarded to do that way. So just kind of move them around, because like I said, it's all gonna melt into a nice, rich, gooey topping. All right, here we go. Glasses off the face. Okay. Here we go. No, put it in, don't throw it in. All right, in 10 minutes, it'll be about 10 after 2 for me right now. Okay. All right, it's time. Look at that. And it smells so good. I wish y'all could be here. All right, so we're gonna just put it up here and let it cool naturally. Alright guys, so that's what BB is doing for Christmas desserts. If you have any questions, please put them in the comment box. If you've got a recipe to share with me, put it in the comment box. There won't be really any detailed information in this one because it was in the cans. But I hope you enjoy the video. Hope you like the desserts I made. Until then, bon appetit, Merry Christmas, and see you.